Previously on If the ATLA World Started Over Again, we saw the birth of new tribes down here in uncontacted territory. And then we saw wars break out, but then near the end, we found, or actually more of, they found out, that these tribes exist and are here in this new civilizations they've never heard of before. And what will they do next? Dun dun dun. Okay, so these civilizations were found by these civilizations. And they're like, ooh, colonies. Yes. So they start taking them over, as any colony would do, you know. Have you heard of Africa? So they're having a bit of a scramble for this territorial area. They go into the mountains down here, and the red team, as always, being aggressive, decides to strike first at this orange colony over here and takes it over with ease. And decides to start attacking the plum colony. And takes it over with ease. This is like a bit of like America situation, actually. Not strong for Africa, but like where there's probably diseases that they have here that are just wiping out the local people, and they're just like, we wipe out the people, we wipe you out. Wow. What a great song there. You know? Ooh. And then, like, the orange team, it's like, hey, let's take this land, which is different than this orange team. You know, to be not confusing, I'm going to color this orange team purple. So now the purple team down here. So, but it's not the same as this purple team. So, they take these areas and stuff. And then also, like, oh, blue team's like, I want in this. We can't have red win because, you know, red is bad. And, you know, they have whole history together. If you've watched, if you know what I mean. I mean, the first two tribes, yeah, been fighting a long battle. But so they are taking, you know, over some lands here, and the light blue team's like, oh, we don't want the blue team to get too much land, if you know what I mean. And right now they're like, okay, there's more land here, not a super large amount of land, but it's like, it's land is land. We love land, so overall good. It's like, it's exactly the same in Americas. In the Americas, they're like, oh my goodness, we found the mother lode of land. But here, like, whoa, there's some decently big islands here. Nothing like major, but cool. So, I mean, they take it over anyways, because land is land. And also some of the brown team gets on it, because they're like, hey, takes this island area from the plum team, and is in the dark a day, red a day, team a day, takes this area from the silver team, the sliver from the silver team, and also takes a big swath of land from the plum team. They would have taken more if it wasn't for this, or it wasn't for these wretched fools, meddling kids, and these meddling kids are the puke kind of colored team, and they're like, hey, we kind of like found this out like kind of first, so you know, I mean, so it's our stuff, so back off. And then the light blue team, the combustion team, is also like, exploding things, and they take over like a big chunk of land because they have the power of combustion. And the dark blue team also takes over a bit of land over in here in the center of these territorial areas. Because and then they're just being completely decimated. The black team is remaining neutral because they used to come from there, and they're trying to advocate like, hey guys, don't kill them that much. And the black team isn't that populous because like they got the diseases but then kind of got immune to them, but also because they got the diseases, most of their population got wiped out, so they only have like a third of their original population, so they're not that strong, but they are immune to the disease by now. It's just like they had population, then it got wiped out of the disease, and like they weren't hostile, so the only reason they didn't die is because they weren't at war with anybody. So they were good at being neutral because, I don't know, neutrality. And then, I have, oh my goodness, have more land being taken over by the yellow team over here. They're like, yellow, take over this yellow, hello, emo. And then they split some of the land between here and here. And then they just like take the land. Even the dark blue the dark blue kind of gets surrounded here, but they manage to scramble for a bit of land right here. And then you see you have the bright pink team over here is like, hey, we also want some land, so we'll take that. And then we have the pink team up here. No, they're not going to get involved from that far away, imagine. No, we have the purple team from here is actually becoming quite strong because they've been getting people from all, like, the people that they've gotten. So they're like, yes, land. Don't worry about these tiny scraps of land. They're just hard to fill in, so they're just gonna probably remain there. Maybe I can get them. Okay, I basically got them. So they're like, land, my favorite flavor. And then even some of the even some if the light green team over here is like, hey, we want some land also. No, not the coastline, just this area. And then the combustion team is like, yeah, we take this land also. So, and then they're like, ooh, there is whole continent down here. Ooh, yummy continent flavor. My favorite flavor. And then this, maybe a bit too far away for that, but I don't know. Then they're like, then we have a lightning team. Probably expanding too far. Do they want to do this? No, they aren't. There's a group of firebenders from a bunch of different firebending teams that are like, hey, okay, we want fire, bend, fire, bend, fire, bend 10 fire. So they are like, okay, here, juego. And then they have a pink team down here. Same color. And they take this this Arctic area down here. Firebenders. And then Yes. And then there's some taking over land. The purple team over here. They takes over some of this new land, explore a bit. You know, and like now their land is basically fully colonized, taken over because it's taken over. Yes, these are probably these are the southern lands, or Terra Australis, as the old people like to say, which means southern lands. That's why Australia is called Australia. It comes from Terra Australis. So, history lesson, woo! And people say my videos aren't educational. I don't know if people actually say that, but you just got lessons. And then they find, like, more islands down here. They're like, ooh, we stride. What? Not sponsored. So they go like, ooh, 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 I like this land. I love this land. I don't know why I'm singing. Nobody knows why I ever do anything. But they find these islands, more islands to colonize, and this puke team also takes this island because they find it. So they're like, island. And then the light blue team is like, ooh, island. So that is fun. So they're just like, islands. Kind of have this like stripy aesthetic here. Multiple layers. Pretty cool. Yeah. So this is like, so that's happening. So cool. There's like still some islands not found down here, some big islands. Speaking of islands not found, the dark greenish team over here finds this island. They're like, ooh, land in island, and me land, not you land, me land. I don't know why I'm even like saying this, but they take over this area, and then like the neon green team over here finds this island, and also finds some mountains. My favorite flavor, mountain flavor. That's why they have Mountain Dew. Mountain flavor Mountain Dew. Feel the mountain. So, so they have this whole thing happening, and they kind of just like, that's fun. And then they're like, this island over here, the black team is like, let's just go back to some of our lands and colonize this rather large area. So that kind of happens. They're just like, and then so an almost unified island, and they're just like islands, and then they start sending out explorers to see if there's more islands, and what do you know? There are more islands. Lots more islands, actually. It's a whole archipelago of islands. A very big archipelago, to be honest. So they find all the islands down here. I mean, they didn't know that they found all of them. They're still searching a bit, like, to see if there's even more. But they call it the Australis Archipelago, which means Southern Archipelago. The Australis Archipelago, I don't know. The Southern Islands is what they call it. That's probably better. They're islands, and they're down south. What more can you ask for? So there's a team of explorers that were exploring these islands. They're like, oh, we want to take this island for ourselves. And this is exactly the same color as the undiscovered land. But they're like, who cares? I'm probably going to forget that this is their land. I have to change the color because it's like that color, yellowish tannish color. Cool. I mean, they mostly discovered most of the continents, but you see, these islands are still undiscovered, and it's pretty big land. So that's another day. But this one kind of has like a weird neck thing going on. It's like, I don't know. But so they discover here and rebel from their home countries and like, hey, we want the group of explorers and anarchy. I don't know what I'm saying. So they're just this is happening and they want to explore more lands, and so they this area kind of becomes a bit popular. There's like, did you see the new islands discovered by the explorers? And the lightning people decide to make one of these islands home. And the red team's like, oh, they're getting a lot of land, so we gotta take this big island. And then the blue team's like, oh, they're getting a lot of land, we gotta take these 2 islands. And then the light blue team's like, ooh, they're getting a lot of land, we gotta take this island. And before you know it, all of the islands here are colonized. Very quickly, actually. So, got the whole, almost the whole map found, yeah. I'm just gonna say these islands were found at some point. They might have been not in this episode, but like, I don't like having that color still on the map. It just feels a lot more open. Okay, yay, they know the whole area, and maybe not all of the Arctic. The Arctic is very hard to find out about, as we learned IRL. Earl. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and if we get more subscribers, but, subscribers is good. And also, I have a new second YouTube channel, so, The Cabbage Man, you should check it out, and I do hobby stuff and all that. And goodbye, Avatar nerds. Peace.
That brain. Bato, dude, back up. Give me some room.